We quite often receive requests for assistance with setup of a tourism company. And it doesn't surprise us. Dubai sees millions of overnight stay tourists. Having a growing market and a strong foundation for tourism, it comes as no surprise that entrepreneurs are attracted to Dubai to enter the ever-growing tourism market. Maybe you are also considering setting up a tourism company. It should be noted, however, that setting up a travel company in Dubai requires significant investments. Additionally, there is a list of requirements that also need to be met. As such, in this chapter, we want to shed some light on the budget you would require for setting up a travel company and requirements you would need to meet to be able to proceed with the registration process. In Dubai, all companies are registered and have the business activities they will be engaged in stipulated on their license. This ensures that companies cannot operate for purposes other than those for which they were registered. For your tourism company, you will be able to choose from 3 main activities. You will be able to opt for one of them, for 2, or stipulate all 3 at the same time. These activities are as follows: inbound tour operator, outbound tour operator, and travel agency. Let's first see what each of 3 activities would allow you to do. Let's start with an inbound tour operator. As an inbound tour operator, you would be allowed to, first of all, organize local incentive tours or tours for foreigners. Second, handle visas. Third, organize transportation. And finally, organize accommodation. As opposed to inbound tour operator, outbound tour operator is allowed to organize and sell tourist programs abroad. And finally, travel agency activity allows, first of all, selling air tickets on behalf of authorized agents. Second, carrying out hotel bookings. And finally, car rentals. To apply for and get any of the said activities mentioned on your company's license, you need to comply with a number of requirements. Generally, all 3 of mentioned activities require, first of all, that the manager of the company has relevant education, and the same shall be proven by a legalized educational degree. Manager can hold a bachelor's degree or a certificate of specialization in the tourism or travel industry. Additionally, alongside relevant educational background, manager shall possess a minimum of 3 years of experience in the tourism industry. Further requirement when setting up a travel agency or a tourism company in Dubai would be a police clearance certificate that shall be provided with respect to all company's partners and the manager. Clearance certificate shall be specifically requested from Dubai Police Office. There is also a specific requirement in place with regards to company's office space. It is mandatory for the entity to occupy an office space of a minimum of 30 square meters per activity for each of the activities we just mentioned. Thus, if an entity is operating under all 3 activities, it will be required to have a minimum office space of 90 square meters. One should also note that each of the activities require an irrevocable bank guarantee in the name of the Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing. The amount of bank guarantee varies from 100,000 dirhams to 200,000 dirhams depending on which of 3 activities you choose. If you choose to establish a tourism company engaged in inbound or outbound travel activity, you will also need to arrange for an insurance policy covering all the risks associated with tourism plans offered and conduct a feasibility study, highlighting the advantage it brings to the tourism sector. In case you wish to register a travel agency in Dubai, you will need to obtain a non-objection certificate, NOC, from the Civil Aviation Authority in Dubai. In the event you want all 3 activities to be listed on the company's license, you will need to ensure that you meet all the requirements mentioned for each of the activities and you place an irrevocable deposit totaling to 400,000 dirhams. These specific requirements will fall alongside the usual requirements of setting up a local company, such as registration and the need of having a local partner, both of which encompass additional costs. It should also be specifically noted that for companies in the travel tourism industry, local partner remuneration is usually much higher, 30,000 dirhams plus, as it is a higher risk market segment. As such, we usually recommend to discuss this aspect with the local partner far in advance. It shall be noted that it is important to carefully consider all the requirements and costs associated with the company in the tourism or travel industry prior to beginning the registration process. Your total cost will comprise of the following. License fee, it will be in between 13,000 and 17,000 dirhams, which is paid annually. Local partner fee, as we said, it may be around 30,000 dirhams plus. Then office rent. For the space around 30 square meters, you will give about 50,000 to 60,000 dirhams a year. Then a revocable guarantee deposit, which is 100,000, and it's a one-time payment for one activity. NOC, 5,000 dirhams, and there may be other future government charges regarding establishment card, visas of employees, etc. With all this information in mind, you will be able to budget your travel company establishment in Dubai. It is merely important to know that this market segment is strictly regulated. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to handle all matters regarding the new entity in the correct manner.